What makes an aquarium look perfect? Is it an amazing aquascape filled with plants and rocks and wood, where the plants are different sizes and different textures and different shapes and different colors? Is it using all of those colors and all of those shapes to bring about an underwater forest? Is it adding fish to the aquascape that makes it appear as though those fish are floating through that underwater forest? Or maybe it's that well-constructed biotope that took so much time and effort and a lot of study. It looks like the side of a riverbank or part of a lake, and everything in there is exactly how it should be. It's exactly how you would find it in nature. Do you even need all of that stuff to have a great-looking tank? After all, can't it just be a mix of wood and rocks and plants and some great-looking fish? Can a great-looking tank be full of color, from the Skittles-type gravel to the pink, blue, and yellow and orange plants, to the fake castles with the little bubbly guy? For a very long time in my fish keeping hobby, I thought a great-looking tank did have a lot of color. Some colored gravel, some colored plants, add a little bit of red, a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, put some cool fish in, and that to me was a tank that I was proud of. That was a tank that I liked to look at. Over time, I discovered my taste changed, and I wanted to have more earth tone type colors in my tank, and so I went with darker colors for my substrate and started to use more natural looking decorations. Eventually I wanted to start adding live plants to my tanks, and in fact this fish tank here was the first fish tank I ever planted, and I thought it was really cool because I had built my own 3D background. This tank had everything I wanted. I was very proud of the way it looked, and I thought it looked awesome. Once Joanna got involved in the fish room, she added a new dimension to our aquascaping. She could do things that I couldn't do. She added different types of plants, used different types of driftwood and different types of rocks and all kinds of different combinations. And over time, she transformed a lot of our tanks to, well, what some would consider simple looking to a little bit more elaborate. So the question is, what makes a great looking tank for someone else? And the answer is you don't know, and neither do I. For some, it might be that aquarium that's filled with colorful gravel and plants and fish and a little bubbly guy right in the center. And when they come home and they look at that tank, it brings them a sense of happiness, a sense of peace, and it's something that they thoroughly enjoy. For others, it might be a tank that doesn't have as much color, and they want the fish to be the organisms that primarily show the color in the tank, and so maybe their gravel is more subdued. Maybe they've shifted to more natural looking rocks and wood. Maybe if they're using plastic plants, they're generally just green with a little bit of red, or maybe they've even converted to live plants. For others, it might be that planted tank with the rocks and the wood that gives it a really natural look, and maybe it's a little bit overgrown. There might be some algae in the tank, but they like that little slice of nature. It looks like a wild environment, and that's what brings them a great sense of joy and a great sense of happiness. And for others, it might be that exquisitely aquascaped fish tank that looks like a piece of art. It's an underwater forest, and it brings a tremendous sense of accomplishment. So the point to this video is we don't know what makes a great looking tank for someone else, and as long as the fish are happy and healthy and they have the appropriately sized tank and the stocking options are conducive for their overall health and growth long term, a great looking fish tank is one that you come home to and enjoy, and it brings you an incredible sense of accomplishment. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.